Hi, this is Tracy Stuckrath with Thrive Meetings and Events, and this is my Ask Tracy video series where I have meeting planners, chefs, convention centers write in and ask me questions about food and beverage, and particularly around dietary restrictions and food allergies and such. Today's question comes from a woman who listened to a webinar of mine a couple of months ago, and she said, "Did I really see celery as one of the major food allergens?" And she is correct. She did see the word celery. It is actually one of the top allergens in the European Union. And in 2014, with the European Union's Regulation 1169, they made it a requirement that celery be listed on any packaged or prepackaged or unpackaged food as a major allergen. So we need to be cognizant of that. People do have allergic reactions to celery and celeriac, which is similar to celery, but the only edible part is the root, unlike the stalks. But we need to pay attention. Celery is in a lot of different foods because it's got this great flavor profile that it adds to different foods that we eat. So instead of just thinking celery stalks on a crudités plate, we actually have to think about celery salt and celery leaves and celery spices. And those things go into soups and sauces and salads. So we need to make sure that we're paying attention to those foods and asking the questions. If you've got anybody with a celery allergy, you have to ask your chefs to be aware of whether it's in there, and it may be in other spices. The chefs in the European Union are going to be a little bit more aware about this because it has been a regulation since 2014. But your chefs in the US or Asia are not going to be as aware that celery could actually be an allergic reaction. So if you're planning a menu and you have somebody with a celery allergy, you need to make sure that chefs are checking and triple checking their menu ingredients because it could be listed there, and we need to pay attention to that. Allergic reactions for celery are similar to those reactions to peanut allergy. So you need to look for hives and itchiness and throat swelling, and they can be anaphylactic, which is life-threatening. So celery allergy is serious, it is real, and it is something that we need to pay attention to as meeting professionals and as chefs who are preparing food for individuals. This is Tracy Stuckrath with Thrive Meetings and Events, and this is my Ask Tracy video series. If you have a question for me, please email me at asktracy@thrivemeetings.com. Thanks and have a great day.